Hi. Can you guys hear me and see me? Hi. 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 What up? Mods, what's up? I started earlier just because I wanted to just, mess around for a little bit, check in with everyone. What's up? Can you guys hear me? See me? Yes. Am I live or is this a figment of our imagination? Joey. Oh my God. I'm blessed. Blessed to have Joey Brooklyn here. If you don't follow Joey, I'm gonna link him in my description. But he's a great friend of the YouTubes. Awesome human being. If you know, you know. I'm not just gonna come up here and talk about just anyone. Um, Joey, I appreciate you being here. We're just having a good time, Joey. I don't do any crabbing, but we can have a conversation. I'm down for that. A crime to remember. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to everyone. I know I started early. I'm not gonna be, I'm just gonna be honest, because I was worried. I wanted to cover this Maddie Soto case, and then I've had some crap going on, as you guys know, and then I talked about it on Melly After Dark, and I was thinking of doing a Melly After Dark tonight, so we'll see. But so I just wanted to make sure that I was good on here. And that you guys all could hear me and see me and work it out, those technical issues, YouTube stuff. It sucks. I had a friend that was, and this will be you can refer back to Melly After Dark, but that was helping me with all of this. Long story short, it didn't work out, so we can talk about that later. But anyways, let me say hi to everyone. We're here for Maddie Soto case today. I kind of wanted to just do a hangout, but I had this audio and I was like, you know what? I couldn't figure it out. So now I figured it out. So we're going to try it. So, hey, a crime to remember. Lily Lore. Hi, beautiful Lily. Ernie Bird. I mean, y'all already know. Let me see. Where's Joey? So I can make Joey mod. If you don't know, I mod for Joey too on his channel. So check him out. He's amazing. Like I said earlier. And okay, let's see who else is here. Queen Olive, hi. Hot Mess, Claudia, my girl Claudia, a very good friend for quite some time. I appreciate you for being here. I know we see each other everywhere on the YouTubes. Black Rose, okay, good vibes, good vibes. I like it. Pointer Lover, hi Pointer Lover, and Zelda. Yay, Zelda. Check out Zelda's channel as well. I met her today on Melanie Little. So if you didn't watch Melly After Dark and if you don't know anything about me, I love Melanie Little. She's an angel. She's beautiful. You guys are probably sick of me always fangirling over her, and I fangirl over her on her channel too. I'll go over there and support. I think she's great. And today I was on her members only live and she actually acknowledged, my channel. So it was super special moment. Same with Joey, just because, I'm just little old me. So to have amazing people like that is I appreciate that very much so. So that's where I met Zelda today. So check out her channel. We're channel sisters now. Okay, you want to be a mod here, crime to remember? Is that what you're telling me? And Dawn Marie's here, beautiful Dawn Marie. Yes, I was on Melanie Little. Yeah, she did. She shouted me out. I've actually been getting a lot of shit for defending Melanie Little here on my channels. So I feel I love Melanie Little. I think she's great, and I'll stand by that. So anyways, moving on. We're here about Madeline Soto and true crime. We can stick to that. You know how Melly gets Melly After Dark. We might have to do a Melly After Dark. And it always gets me in a little bit of trouble, but I appreciate it. I can be myself and you guys are down for it. So we might do a Melly After Dark and we can talk about that situation. But here at my channel, we love Melanie Little. Check her out. Members Live. All of the above. She's beautiful. She's smart. I fangirl over her. You should too. Queen Olive says, I was thrilled for you, Melly. Yes. I know. Let me gloat a little, right? I mod for everyone on here, but I do really respect Melanie a lot. And like my channel's a channel to like come here and hang out, and like the people that I mod for and that I stand by, like it's never a space to come here and be a bully or anything like that. So with that being said, Melanie, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna check out your channel, and I was like, all right, someone give me mouth to mouth because I am on the floor. Like, I was flattered. She's beautiful and she's smart and she's great. Claudia says, I missed a Melly After Dark. You know, Melly After Darks, there's those episodes that, you know, we just talk about stuff, and then and like my personal stuff, I feel like no one ever wants to talk about their feelings and stuff. So like it's a good time to like just hang out. They're usually late in the evenings, and I had them on private for a minute. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make them public. It's my channel. It's my right. Just now, always be transparent and come here with receipts and the sources that I get my stuff from and etc. They're legit. So let's do a Melly After Dark tonight. You might catch me on a good one like the other night. I'll try to be a little bit. I'll behave. I'll try to behave. Zelda says you're like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a makeup artist as well, so we can have a Melly live about that as well. Joey says now it's our turn to help and moderate. Oh, Joey, I'm a small channel, but like, I love you, Joey. Yes, we're family here. I met Joey through Duty Ron. If you don't know, I was on Duty Ron's channel a couple nights ago, I think Friday night, talking about Wade Wilson. And you know, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. A crime member says you're doing great. Yeah, you know, I'm not a professional. Like I'm good at computers, and I do like computer like you know, stuff like that. But sometimes like YouTube is a whole different world, and I've been a mod on here for a while. As you guys know, I'm mod for like 20 channels on here, mod Melly, and I've been on YouTube since like 2011, but it's still like a mission. So hi, Michelle on the sister. Do I see Patronus glow in here? I'm blessed with your presence. A crime to remember. My respect for you. Yeah, I want to talk about that again tonight. I know you guys are like, Melly, we're so sick of you talking about modding, but I do it all day long, right? Like for a living. So I feel like I like to talk about it. And I love who I mod for. I mod for Vinny, Joey Bookland, Duty Ron, JSP, Phone Calls from Prison, The Docket. I mean, so many great people on YouTube, and I'm blessed. And just know that if you come to my channel and if I'm talking about someone, those are people that you want to have like in your life, whether it's on YouTube or in your personal life to some aspect. So it's people that I think highly of. And you're probably thinking like, we don't care, Melly. We've heard some shit lately, but like, just kidding. No, I'm just being a brat. No, but just know that like I'm high on integrity and like the people that I mod for, you know. So thank you, Ernie Bird. Hot Mess. I see Hot Mess in here. Zelda says we need to make, okay, yeah. I know I'm slacking on the giveaways, but I actually have a giveaway going to Dawn Marie and Ernie Bird that I'm gonna hopefully send out tomorrow, so we can talk more about that, like the makeup stuff. Cyanode. Okay, wait, cyanode. I know that's not how you say it. It's like cyanode. Please correct me. You're amazing and you're genius. I know you told me how to say your name before, like pronunciate it. So I want to make sure everyone gets it right. So anyways, today we're going to talk about Maddie Soto case. Claudia, you did amazing. You shine bright like a diamond under. I was nervous. And I'm not like, I'm used to criticism because I'm used to it just in general, like my professions at work and stuff. But it was like, you know, some people were like not big fans and some were. So I was like, oh, I feel some type of way, you know. But then at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? It was such a good time. I enjoyed the conversations, the panel, the topic, and Duty Ron is a blessing. So like, need I say more? Need I say more? You're like, Melly, we get sick of you talking about all these people. No, I love Judy Ron. I'm going to have him on my channel here soon. I told him, I was like, I want to do, you guys know on the other night, I was like, I want to do a Judy Ron interview. So, I'm going to have him on here. And I want to have my friend Joey, you're welcome to come on here too. And I'm going to have my friend Amber on here. She does true crime, ATS news. So, you know, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. And then we'll do some Melly After Darks in between and, you know, and stir some stuff up. I like to get like deep in those Melly After Darks. And then I end up putting them on private, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take them off private. Hi, okay, so tonight we're gonna be talking about Maddie Soto case. Everybody knows, I don't have to say anything about it. You guys already know what's up. It's a messed up case. I'm a mental health advocate for victims, specifically children of SA abuse. And so like this case is personal to me. I'm not here to make any money off of it. None of that. I just wanted to come in here and talk about it. And I know everybody's been seeing like, and I respect everyone, right? Like Grizzly True Crime and Jay, our Uncle Chai, are guilty of true crime. And then, you know, Vinny covers it as well. And then Duty covers it as well. So like a lot of great people are covering it, but I always feel like we all have different perspectives, right? And we all been through like different things. So I think it's important. And I like the commentary that we have here. It's like a little family. We can all just talk about it. And so like, I appreciate that. And so I wanted to show the pictures that have recently been released. It was a release on September the 6th, 2024, 395 pictures. What I'm getting is like, it was a drop of his either iCloud or like his some type of album, because it's like Stephen Stern's like personal photos. And I just wanted to do kind of like, if you haven't watched my lives prior, I did another PowerPoint of like photos from her case. So this is like part 2. And we just like to go over them and talk about them. I do have the audio interview. I know you guys have heard it all. So like, I was thinking like, if you guys are vibing for it, then I'll play it. If not, then we can just like end this live. We'll do the photos, we'll end the live, and then we can go like straight into Melly After Dark. And that's like a whole different thing, right? Like I won't even come on here looking the same anymore. No, I'm just kidding. We can do a Melly After Dark and just talk about like life and like personal stuff. So let me know. What are you guys vibing with? What's the mood? What's the mood? Or like what? You want to go Mimi? You want to go bedtime and get your sleep? Because tell me that too. I'm okay with it. Pointer Lover says, Maddie case breaks my heart. It's a rough one for me. And like, yeah, I feel like Maddie got failed and my heart breaks because I'm not even a parent, but I would have adopted her, right? Like, it's just a shitty case. So I think that going through these pictures, I like to get your guys' perspective on it. And I feel like that's like what I want on my channel. It's not like just about what me and what I get and represent. And like, it's about like, connecting and communicating, right? Like we all have stuff we go through and we've all been through some form of trauma. We've all been through stuff in our lives. So I feel like, I welcome that. And my channel's not a place for that, to be judged or judge anyone on what they've been through. And anything, you can talk about anything here. I'm just a little channel, so like whatever. But we can be honest here. Kenna says you were great, Melanie. Did I miss the pronunciation of how you said I should pronounce your name? I might have with this chat. I'm still trying to get used to everything. I know I mod all day long. You would be like, Melanie, you know what to do. But sometimes it's trippy. Gracie. Oh, Gracie, my love. I have nothing to say to you, but hi. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I love you. Great human, great person. So if I'm here talking about someone being a great person, that means friend them, have them in your life, right? I'm not going to keep those secrets to myself. And I'm also, I'm gonna stand by people who have like integrity. So if I'm here telling you Gracie's cool and Joey Bookland's cool and Don Marie's cool and all my mods are cool, like it means like talk to them, get to know them. They're cool people and acquaintances and friendships that you want to have in your life. So do that in my chat and in my channel. I welcome it. I'm here to support everyone and anyone. And even if people don't sometimes do the same, I'm still going to be the person to do it. So with that being said, I see Randy B in here. Hey, Melly and mods and everyone. Hi, Black Rose. Okay, anyways, now we're going into a Melly After Dark kind of vibe. So let's get back to Maddie Soto case. We could do a Melly After Dark later and we can talk about our feelings and stuff. All right, so you guys gonna let me know, like, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna show the photos that were just released. And yes, Ernie Bird. Augie, hi, my beautiful Augie. There's some people in here that have known me for quite some time and that come from different channels. And I can appreciate that. I really can. Okay, so let me know if this sucks. If you're like, Melly, get it together. Like, we can't see it. We can't see the pictures. we can't see anything. Let me know. Cause I can always like, as much as I appreciate you guys, but I'll private this shit just so no one sees that, I suck at like, StreamYard. I'm good at other stuff. Like I can probably, I'm good at like computer stuff, but StreamYard's a whole different world. It's just different for me. Ernie says Melanie feels okay. That's right. Ernie's here to remind me this is a Maddie Soto case. Okay, not a Melly After Dark. Okay, so I'm gonna play the pictures, and we're just gonna I want to talk about the pictures with you guys. Like, just let me know what you're feeling about them. Let me know if you can see them. Let me know what's up. Can you guys see that? You guys should see credit Plunder to Crime, my girl Plunder. If you don't know, now you know. She's cool. I met her through Vinny's channel. She always has the tea and the documents. I love her. She's good people. Can you guys see that? Let me know, mods, or like text me or something and be like, Melly, you're a mess. Let me know. Let me know. Joey, you're amazing. And my beautiful Ernie Bird. I have great mods. Joey, Ernie, Tipsy. These are people, and Patronus, Don Marie. These are people that I ride hard for. Great. Okay, so I'm just gonna it's just a slideshow. So I just want to go through the pictures and we can do a commentary on it. If you guys haven't seen these, it's about it was a 395 photos in the document, the PDF drop. I only collected the ones that I felt were I could vibe with and see something. A lot of them were duplicates and different angles, but basically the ones that caught my attention, I was like, okay, I want to show these and just get different perspectives on it. But there's 395 pictures. You're not seeing all of them here. You're seeing about half of them. And if you want the other ones, let me know and we can work something out. I can email them to you guys or something because I already paid for them. So like I said, I get them from Plunder to Crime. This is her page. Go follow her. She's amazing. She's a great friend. I met her through modding at Vinny's, like I said, and she has good documents and stuff like that. So let me make sure I say hi to everyone before I start. And I just want you guys to let me know how you guys feel about these pictures. I know you guys have seen Uncle Chai and everyone talk about him. I know Grizzly, our girl G, I'm in her chat a lot. So you guys, everybody's covered this. But I don't know if everyone's covered, the photos, just, commentary-wise. So I wanted to do that. I like that. I see Jen O in here. Hi, beautiful. Claudia says, love her, been following her for a while. You mean Plunder or Grizzly? Either one. Follow them. They're great friends. I've known them for a while on the YouTubes, being a mod for everyone. So, all right. So I'm going to start. This is the credits. You can follow Plunder True Crime. This is a picture of Maddie. I thought it was so cute. And I know it's like a little upsetting. You're like, why are you showing that? But it was in the document. So it just shows you, like, right, who she is. Can you guys see that? Like, you guys see that? Let me know. Zelda says, I was on Girlsy a while back. A great person for sure. Absolutely. Cherry says, I heard you talk on Duty Ron and loved your compassion. Do you have an email address? Absolutely. I have it on my main channel. And if not, someone here can probably lead you in the right direction. I'm everywhere on the Discords. I mod for everyone. I'm terrible. On my last live, I said I was going to link everyone I mod for, and I haven't. So I'm going to do that. And there's many ways you can contact me. Oh, wait, that's Cherry. Okay, Cherry, I didn't recognize your name because I know on other platforms it's just Cherry, but here it's different or what? Anyways, if that's the Cherry that I'm thinking about, she's a mod for the Glare. Cherry, is that you? Beautiful Cherry. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And you're always welcome here, Cherry. We love you. And we love the Karen Reed stuff too. I just don't cover it here on my channel. Nothing personal, but like your presence and Will's, if that's you. Oh, okay. That's different. I thought that was her, but hopefully that Cherry shows up. But you're welcome here as well. You saw me on Duty Ron's. Let's see. I do have an email address. We did talk about Wade Wilson on Duty Ron's. I'm trying to get Duty Ron on here as well. So hopefully stay tuned for that. Nonetheless, Cherry and Max. Okay, so Cherry and Max is different from Cherry. So now we know. But you're welcome here. Ernie says it's a mystery. What? The Karen Reed stuff? Okay, so can you guys see the slideshow? Let's move on. Can you guys see this? Gross right here. Like this person. Gross. Stefan Stearns. We call him Pig Vomit. Okay, so I thought this picture was like super sad because I know Maddie's a little kid there and then she's with Stefan Stearns, her predator. It just made me really sad. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, that's for me, it's like it's like wow, right? Probably how old was she there? Probably around the same time he started abusing her. So I don't know. I feel some type of way, and I'm not trying to get mean here, but gross, right? But I thought this picture was interesting, and it was in his or this drop that of the 395 pictures that got released. This is of the crime scene. I'm assuming it's like the initial entry of it all, the road and the truck. And this is another one of the crime scene when the police had already arrived at night. Zelda says he is so slimy, right? I mean, on a Melly After Dark, you can catch me saying a lot. Let's talk about it. Like I said, I'm a mental health advocate for victims and children, basically children of SA abuse. So like, I have some feelings about this. It can be an emotional thing for me, but like, I think it's something that needs to be talked about and is more common, unfortunately, than we speak about. Just say one says, hi, Melly Mel. Hi. I'm so happy to see like beautiful humans in here that I see when I'm modding all day long. Like, you know, like the real ones. Like, I appreciate that because I mod all day long, like all day long from morning to night. And so to literally nighttime, like the next day. So it's nice to see people that I love in chats be here on my channel. Like I'm lucky. I'm the lucky one. I see Mac91. Someone said, hi, Mac. Did I miss you? Oh, yes. I know Maddie was young. It's disgusting. I could vomit right now. I know. Hi, JB3, a good friend. Just Say When says, I didn't know you had a channel. I know. It's like a low-key thing, you know. It's just been like a little thing, like come hang out, true crime. I've been into true crime for a while. Like since 2011, I've been on YouTube. I love true crime. I actually breathe and live true crime all day long. Sometimes I don't even sleep. I'm into true crime. People are like always like, if you don't know anything, people are always like, you know, do you ever sleep? And I'm like, no, because I mod all day long and then I do like true crime. So I love it. Thank you, Patronus Glow. Oh, Aggie says I love you to Melly. We have super chats, Melly. Yes, I will at some point eventually. But right now, you know, it's just about vibing and getting to know the vibes. JB says, I know you watched 2020. Of course. Is that a question? JB3, Vinny was on there. Really? Is that a question? No. You guys know I'm mod for Vinny. Of course I watched it. I have my opinions. Maybe tonight on Melly After Dark, let's talk about 𝐸𝐸 case. I don't, it's not a case I talk about on here just because, like, honestly, like, so many channels talk about it and I'm going off on a tangent, but this should just be called the Tangent Podcast, like part 2, because Vinny does a tangent podcast on his channel, but it's like, this should be a Melly tangent podcast. No, but I don't cover the 𝐸𝐸 case, but I would like to talk about it and get more involved, right? I follow it and like I know all the details and I watched the whole trial, but like I didn't get involved on like the chats and stuff like that as much as I do on YouTube. So I did watch it because my man Vinny was on there and I did want to know what's up. I did want to know what was going on. So let's JB3, you need to hop into Melly After Dark and let's talk about it. Or maybe I'll do a live about 𝐸𝐸, even though, and you guys can school me. I know I have like Ernie Bird in here, JB3, people that know about that case. And I don't know a lot of this. I mean, I know like everything, but just within the YouTube community. I haven't been in every chat, so I like to get the details. Okay, sounds good. JB3, you can be a mod here. We can talk. Claudia says Livany. Absolutely. Okay, let's move on. So this was a photo of the crime scene at nighttime. This is kind of, I'm assuming, into the area where her body was found. Let me know what you guys are thinking throughout these pictures too. I just picked the ones that I thought were like interesting. Like, can you imagine like her body just being thrown in there? Like, really? Like, it's disgusting. She's like a kid, a good kid. My heart breaks for her all the time. Truly. Yeah, Ernie. Okay, Ernie Weird. All right, let's move on. Yeah, we're here for Maddie Soto case. I know I'm going off. That's why I'm like, I need to do Melly After Darks every night because I can go off on a tangent. What is your Cash App? Yeah, Zelda, the mods can link it for you. I think they dropped it earlier, but they'll drop it for you again. Yeah, this case involves everything, right? Like parenting, SA abuse, emotional, mental health. There was, you know, professionals like at the school involved, mental health professionals. I feel like it involves all aspects, which is why I don't cover it heavy on my channel, but I do like to show the pictures that drop. And like I said, Plunder is a great friend. Beautiful human. Follow her channel. I don't even need to say that. You guys probably already do. You're like, shut up, Melly. We already follow her. We love her. But if you don't follow her, her and Docket, I mod for, well, Plunder doesn't do lives, but I do mod for Docket, and he gets a lot of the documents as well. So these are just like photos that I thought, you know, it made me sad because like obviously where you see the 1 and the 2 is where they found like evidence, and I'm just like, you know, she didn't deserve that. Brutal. Even if it's just a tire found there, it's like it's the same area where her body was found. So I'm assuming that's a tire. I don't know anything about cars. So men in the chat, you can school me here. Like, is that part of the tire or is that like a glove? I wasn't sure there, but I'm sure probably Grizzly said something about it. But I'm assuming that's a tire for sure. Let me check in with you guys. Maddie was found on my birthday. Oh no. I'm sorry about that. Just say when it's disturbing as hell. Yeah. JB says, yeah, there was a picture of her. Thank you, Ernie Bird. I love you too. Cherry says, complete neglect. Absolutely. Stephanie says, I'd be here every night if there's a Melly Darker. Yeah, I was thinking, well, you know, I need to build up my hours on YouTube. So I was thinking like we might do a Melly After Dark for a couple nights in a row. And we can talk about everything like life, my stuff, true crime, like anything. I'm open to anything. So I'm definitely gonna do a Melly After Dark tonight. Probably like, I don't know what time zone you guys are all in, but I'm in California, so that's Pacific. So probably maybe like 9 my time. So I'll link it. I always do schedule my lives a little bit earlier so you guys know. But even if you don't watch, like replay that, you know, replay it, comment, let me know what's up, hit me up, message me, text me, call me, all of the above. Let me know what's up. Wait, Zelda, you can't see these? Can everyone else see these? Let me know. I don't want, is it, maybe it's what are you using, Zelda? Can everybody else see these pictures? Mods, let me know if you can see these pictures. Just say when says we need a Friday or we need a Friday or Saturday. Yeah, no. Yeah, I was gonna do going off on a tangent. I was gonna do it this weekend, but there was some stuff going on, so let's talk about it on a Melly After Dark tonight. Let's talk about it, you know? We'll get there. But yeah, that's the plan. So, good idea. You need to have a wine Wednesday after. Oh. I love me some good wine. I'm not like a super big drinker, but I like a good seltzer, or I don't mind having like some really good wine, even though I'm not like big on wine, but I'll have some wine, some good wine. All right, so what is this, gentleman? A tire? Tire, that's what I'm thinking. So this is where like the body was found. So I just thought that was interesting. Licensed hunting, preserve, trespassing is prohibited. This is another picture of like what he had to drive into, right? I just thought they were interesting. Oh, brother, here we go. So we have pig vomit here on the left, and then we have, this was a picture of, it must have been his drive or something, because he had like pictures of stuff that he wanted to show. He builds these like caricatures, and this is him. So like vomit. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, let me take a minute and go vomit somewhere because I can't deal. I can't deal. Really like champagne. I do like some champagne. Yeah, I'll have some champagne. Okay. All right, so pig vomit, and these were like things that he made. JB3 says, did he get a flat? Yeah, he did. He got a flat either before or after. I know. I mean, we all have our theories, but I believe that he got a flat and it wasn't expected. And so that's why his course of plans changed. But, you know, we don't know yet. He's disgusting. Yeah, poor Maddie. I know. I'm disgusted. I will forever be disgusted with him. I can't even look at him anymore. And then we have this clown over here. All right. I'm going to try to keep it nice just because, you know, I don't want to be like a bully or anything like that. But, brother, she's going to say she really didn't know for 7 years. Like, I'm not even a parent, and I'm sorry. I'm just not buying that. I'm really not. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think about Jennifer Soto here on my screen. Let me know. Did the mother know? It's her man. It's her man coming in there and sleeping in that room, and her daughter. So if you don't think I have eyes on my man, I'm single, by the way, but if you don't think I have eyes on him, like, you got me messed up. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I'm just being crazy now. Is this a Melly After Dark conversation we should be having? Joey says crimes against children. Oh, Joey, it's like, it's a whole nother world, Joey. I agree with you. JB says it's torn up steel belt from a tire. Thank you. That's like something I would ask my dad. So I appreciate, and he's not here. So I appreciate you letting me know that, because I knew it was a tire, but I'm like, I don't know, like, what happened there, right? Did it just fly off? Is that the one that he had to change? Like, what's going on there? Because it's at nighttime. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Stephanie says Moscato. Hate that guy. Here's Wendy. Hi, thank you for being here. Yeah, hate that guy too. I don't use that word, but I'll use it for this freaking predator. Let me get like 2 minutes in the room with him. Someone, yeah. Wait, someone click for me. Yeah, it's that one girl, Melly. Let me know if you're having trouble with that. Patronus. Anyways, did you guys see this picture of Jennifer Soto? Can you guys see that? Let me know. I just want to make sure you got your fill for it. This clown right here. And if I'm being too mean, let me know, like, Melly. Melly, take it down a notch. The interview with the classmates and friends paints a totally different picture. Absolutely. All right, let's move on, right? We had enough of her. Oh, well, here she is again. Here she is again. They were on vacation to an amusement park there. So enjoy that. And then this is them here, which is very sad. Very sad. Oh my God. And then we have pig vomit here. Sorry, guys. I really can't. Absolutely. Hot Mess says she looks then. And this is Stefan Stearns on their little vacation. He's gross, right? I know. You're like, Melly, please hit next. Next. This is them playing games. Jen Soto. I don't know. This picture was interesting to me. They were just playing a game, but I don't know. Maybe the dynamic in the picture of it. Oh, these are the things he was building. Okay, so there was like 45 to 50 pictures of these little caricatures, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna load these up on here for you guys to watch. Like, I'm like, they don't want to see this. No, and if you do, let me know. You can always email me. It's on my main page, my email. If you want them, I guess I'll email them to you. But it was like a bunch of pictures that were just like these little animals or caricatures. I don't know what, like, you make them out of clay or something. They're interesting, but I thought that was interesting. Ernie Bird says this is not the normally. Oh, okay. See, I'm like a board game. I'm like Scrabble, Monopoly. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of this stuff, but my nephews do like figurines like this. So I was like, I don't know. Okay, so this picture was in there, and I'm like, that has to be him? Question mark. And then this picture was in there as well. So I'm assuming it was from his personal album, and it says, me, I'm going through a lot. I should really talk to someone. Anxiety and depression. Isolate yourself from everybody and sleep instead. I just thought these were interesting to find in his photo album. These were also just random pictures that were in that photo album that got released. Is he Steve Carell from the 40-Year-Old? I don't even think he should be on Earth, really. Point all over, he didn't work. He had time to make toys. Oh no, there was so many pictures of these toys. It was like Literally, I'm telling you, it was like 50 or 60. That's why I was like, I'm not going to include these on here. Like, who is this clown thinking he can make all these toys as he's abusing a child? Like, really? Like, really? That's why I only showed one out of like 65, 70 probably. And I was like, yuck. Like, if you want, like I said, if you want to see them, you can always ask me for them. I already paid for them. So I can email them to you or something. Ernie Bird, I love you. You say I'm doing a great job. It's because it's family here. If it was strangers or haters, I'd be like not comfortable. But Max says, I think she was lying in the April interview. Yeah, I have that too. I didn't know if you guys wanted to cover that tonight. He's disgusting. Oh, he's beyond disgusting. Okay, let's move on. Oh, here we go again. Here's them, Jen Soto, Stefan Stearns. They went to Disney. Here's him again. Vomit and vomit. Vomit. Do you guys feel how I feel? Like when you see these pictures and you think about the crimes that he committed, are you guys disgusted? Disgusted. It's like it makes me jump out of my skin, like out of my character. For sure. Is that how you guys feel? It's concerning. I'm like, I think that's self-defense. That's a self-defense mechanism. I have that right. He's a pervert. He's disgusting. Totally evil, Claudia says. How many of them were toys? Oh my gosh, right. Toys, and he's over here abusing children. I can't. Joey, you're right. It's like our neighbors. It's our people we know. Sometimes family. Sometimes strangers. Chibi, yes, please. Okay, catch up for the Melly After Dark. So this says, thank you for being here, Zelda Kelly. Appreciate you, and I'll see you on your channel. Max says, I watch Plunder tonight. Plunder's great. I fangirl over her. Melly seems awesome. I'm a retired PO. It takes a lot. You know, that's the thing, is like child and animal cases are really rough, and no one wants to talk about them. I feel like and they're so common. I know. I mod for that Pascal show, and I said something on his show like, it's so much more common, and he was like, what are you talking about? But I was like, no, actually it is. Like, I work as a mental health advocate. Like, SA and between families and not is like very common. And so like, I think considering the case and true crime, right, we are on true crime, so I feel like we should talk about it. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay that's being done, but it's okay to talk about it here on my channel. That's what I mean. Sorry. Disgusted, revolted. Keanode says it's a part of how the brain works. And that's like what interests me. I'm into these criminals not because of like it's like hybristophilia where I'm like attracted to them. It's like where I want to know like where the brain works, right? And like, look at these pictures in his cloud. Really? Like this clown. Do you guys see this? Like I get he's being funny, but like when I take in terms of to like what he has been doing for the last 7 years or however long, I'm like, I'm just so disgusted. I can throw up literally here. Do you see this? Michelle, I take these kind of pictures too with my nephews, but like, I don't know, it's different. That's like perspective, right? And that's what I think is interesting, how everybody looks at things and what everybody makes of this. But it's like, to me, I'm like, this is like a person who's like a predator. Obviously that's like bias after the fact that we know that, but like still I'm like, this was a couple years ago, so I'm just kind of like disturbed. And I thought they were interesting to show on here. And you're like, we don't want to see him, Melly. I know, I get it. I get it. It hurts your eyeballs. And then there's the cases. Absolutely. So many cases we don't hear about. Thank you, Ernie, for sharing my link. Yes, hot mess. I actually did 2 years of volunteering for a trafficking organization here where I live locally. So we can talk about it. It's actually common here. Not like Well, yeah, it's common here where I live. So that's something we can talk about on my live. If you want to come up and talk about it one night, we can do like a live about that. Yeah, I already read that. Your children take this. Okay, let's move on. I know you're like, please, Melly. Oh, this is on my thumbnail. I thought like we call him pig vomit, so I thought like, oh, how perfect this predator pig vomit, like disgusting, right? What do you guys think? Let me know how you feel about this. You heard a child, you're done. Sorry, not sorry. Right, Dawn. It's like Dawn Marie. It's a whole different level of violence, right? It's like, I don't know. To me, it's like pick on someone your own size. Like, I don't know. Does anyone just still do that? Like, I might just be old school, but I'm like, absolutely not in this pig outfit. Like, what? Or filter. It's like fitting. And then this, I'm like, really? Really? I mean, this makes me sad. I didn't want to show these. I really didn't. Because I'm not like a grifting channel and I don't talk about this case on a regular basis. I've done only one live on her case, but they were released by the police department. So I feel like it shows a side of their life that we don't know, right? At the end of the day, we weren't there. We didn't know what was going on. We're not Jen Soto. We're not Stefan Stearns. We're not Maddie. So I thought these pictures were interesting, just seeing them be like in a family. Yeah. I mean, how cute is she? Like, and I mean that like she didn't deserve any of that. Like I said before, I would have adopted her and I'm not even a parent. Like, not even close. So, I'm sure a lot of you are in here. And that's amazing. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I tell my parents that all the time. I'm like, bless your heart. Bless your heart for birthing me. No. Um, but yeah, I thought these pictures were interesting. Okay, so this was like an invitation to Maddie's birthday party, and I thought that was interesting. This was the poem that I think we all read online, and that was found in his camera, or yeah, his photo album. So I'm like, okay, so you're the sick pervert that wrote that. And then this was what his Instagram used to be, and it's not anymore. So I thought these were interesting. They're like, Melly, we don't want to see that, but they were in there, and I thought like these were interesting. And I don't know who wrote these. Was it Maddie or Jen? I don't know who this guy is. But this pervert over here on the top, you know who that is, Pig Vomit. And then there's Angel Maddie. So sad. Yes, Karen, on her birthday in that blue dress. It's like, how could she be there behind the sky on her birthday, smiling, and then like going through all of this for the last 7 years? It's like even most humans can't even deal with that kind of trauma. And so like I think like for a child to deal with that is like it's a whole nother thing, right? Like it really is. Makes me sad. It does. And that's a picture of her and her, I think what's her bio dad. And like I said, I didn't put all 395 pictures because a lot of them were like duplicates. Like a lot of them were pictures of them on this trip to some amusement park, Disney University. They were like backgrounds and stuff. And honestly, I didn't think those were like essential to show. But if you want them, this one breaks my heart. I don't know why, but it does. So, okay, so those were the pictures that I have from the Maddie Soto case that just got released. I know you guys have heard about the interview um that everybody has done. So I don't know. Do you guys want to hear that here or do you guys want to just come back and do like a Melly After Dark? what do you guys want to do? Because that audio interview is kind of long, but I do have it. And I know you guys have heard it everywhere, but it's like different everywhere. So I don't know. What's the vibe? Okay. Ernie says, you guys want to hear some of it? Yeah, we don't have to listen to it all. We can like listen to a little bit of it and then we can end it and go into a Millie After Dark in like an hour or so. And if you guys are down for that, but I don't know that I'll be able to play this. So if it doesn't work, then we'll just end it and go into a Millie After Dark. And then if it does work, then you guys can let me know if you guys can hear it, okay? Mods, let me know. Let me know if you can hear this and if it's good. Okay.
Morning, we are at the State Attorney's Office in Kissimmee. It's 8:57 a.m. It is April 18th, 2024. I am William J. I am the Division Chief for the Homicide Unit. With me is Danielle Canal, also from the Homicide Unit in Kissimmee. Can the detectives identify themselves?
Detective Mark Morris.
Detective Kyle Smallwood. And with us is
Jennifer Soto.
with your attorney, Maddie Soto. All right. We went over some things before we went on the record and told you the opportunity to ask any questions that you needed to ask. If you need a break to consult with your attorney, that is absolutely fine. We'll all step out of the room, turn off our recorders, and let you exercise your constitutional right to have counsel. There's no problem with that. There's water fountains here. There's restrooms. I don't know if you're a smoker or not, but like if you get desperate, we can make an outside break time, but we are kind of under time constraints. With that all said, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, this is an investigative subpoena, so you've been compelled to be here. And in our country, under the 5th Amendment and the 14th Amendment as applied to you under the Florida Constitution as well, you cannot be forced to incriminate yourself. So anything you say today can't and won't be used against you unless you just don't tell us the truth. And I've already explained to your attorney, Mr. Bark, whether or not you've made any inconsistent statements in the past, that is dirt under the bridge, and either a misdemeanor was committed or it wasn't. But we're not going to be using that as a basis of some sort of perjury by false statements, because those other charges wouldn't be perjury anyways. So the most important thing today is to tell the truth. I also explained derivative use immunity, which means if you said that there was a gun, and obviously there's no gun in this case, buried in your attorney's yard, we couldn't go dig up that gun if you told us that, oh yeah, the gun that was used is right there. We wouldn't be able to do that. We would have to show that we learned all those things independently from this interview. Okay? Do you have any questions? All right, so let's get started.
Before you start, let me just make sure we're clear on the record. Off the record, we had discussed our position on the concerns we have. Ms. Soto was interrogated by law enforcement previously. She was under a tremendous amount of duress and stress, being that her child was missing and that she was informed was found deceased. There's been media hysteria about this. There's been people asking for her to be prosecuted, tarred, feathered, executed. And so with that said, we have the concern that you brought up about if there's something said inconsistent today not being used against her for filing a false police report.
All right, so for example, if she said something that was false then, and we have no idea that it was false now before this interview, but she comes in and admits that it was false today, we can't use these statements or that admission that it was false against her, just like we couldn't use anything else against her from this interview. Okay. All right. My understanding is that
All right, let's pause. Can you guys still hear me? I know everyone has their feelings about that immunity thing, but like from what I've heard from professionals is that she has immunity to a certain extent. I think like if she lies or if they find something later, they can still charge her, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I heard from a law enforcement in New York today. So I don't really know, but just curious. Let me know what you think in the comments. We can pause and come back and do like commentary, or you guys can just say like, shut up, Melanie, we don't want to hear your commentary. We just want you to play the video.
February 25th of this year, you were working at the hotel on Disney property out of Coronado Springs. You have to answer out loud and loud enough to get caught on the report. I know you're. I know.
Yeah.
All right. And did you get off at 10 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Did you go directly home?
Yes.
About how long does it take you to get home?
About 25 to 30 minutes.
And when you get home, who is downstairs, if anybody? Do you have a two-story, is it a townhome? Is that the best word for it?
Yes.
If anybody is downstairs, who is downstairs?
I saw my daughter Madeline and Stefan.
Do you recall what Madeline was wearing? And do you recall what Stefan was wearing? When you get home from work, do you need to kind of eat a late dinner before you get settled in for bed?
Yes.
And do you eat there at your home?
Yes.
What do you eat?
I think I had a thumbs up waiting for me in the house. Sandwich.
Did anybody join you in sitting down and eating?
No, I ate it.
Did it look like anybody else had recently cooked food or eaten any food there that night?
What I saw, no, I didn't see anyone cooking, or it didn't look like anyone.
Okay. I believe in one of your former interviews, you mentioned that Madeline might have gone over with you kind of what she got at the birthday party since you didn't have the chance to go because you were at work.
Mm-hmm.
When and where does that occur?
That occurs right after I get home. It occurs in my bedroom. Everyone's in my room.
And so by everyone, let's just be clear since I understand you have some roommates. So what do you mean by everyone?
Madeline, Stefan, and myself were in my bedroom.
Okay. At this point in time, do you recall what Madeline was wearing? Let me ask it a different way. Can you tell me whether or not she was wearing a long sleeve green sweatshirt and jeans?
Oh, no.
Okay. Would she have kind of been in her bed gear, or do you think she could have still been in the dress that she wore to her birthday celebration?
She would have been in pajamas. I can't recall the exact pajamas, but she would have been in pajamas. She had already, by this point in the evening, she had already showered and changed out of that birthday dress.
And was it your understanding from your sister that she had gotten dropped off about 8:30, she being Madeline?
8:30, 8:45, something around that time, yeah.
And what's your understanding as to when Stefan had gotten there? If you know. If you don't guess, it's fine.
There's things that you might think should be a certain way, because that's just the way things go. But don't just guess based on past history that it's the same as what happened on that particular day. If you don't know, you don't know.
Then, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what time he got there.
Okay. You were at work, so I just didn't know if, like, sometimes families check in, hey, I made it, by text or by phone call or anything like that. You do not remember anything?
I don't remember.
Okay. How long were the three of you in your bedroom?
I'm going to say for about 30 minutes.
And did Madeline tell you about the party?
Really happy.
Did she tell you what food they had there at the party?
Yeah, they had her favorites.
What are her favorites?
Puerto Rican food. So arroz con gandules.
All right, so you're going to have to translate to English. I know frioles and arroz and a couple other things, but help me out.
If I recall correctly, she had requested rice with, it's a type of rice and beans.
Mm-hmm.
It's rice with pigeon peas.
Okay.
and beni, which is, I'm not sure how to, it's a pork, but I'm not sure how to cook it.
Okay.
So cooked pork. That's typically what she requests for her parties. She does like her favorite meal.
Okay. And what kind of gift did she get?
She got a lot of money. That's what she ended up showing me. I think she had a few trinkets, but like most of it was just the big wad of money that she was so excited for.
Is there any particular reason Stefan couldn't make it up to the party? Because it's my understanding he didn't exactly work or anything.
He wouldn't have been invited. The party was held at my mom's house, and my mom and him have never had a great relationship. So he wouldn't have been invited to the party at all. It just would have been my whole family, and then me if I had worked. I would have been there.
Okay, so let's pause. Jen Soto's mom doesn't like Stefan Stearns. There's that big red flag, which explains the behavior at the body cam footage at the insurance business, right? Like, I'm heavy on that. If your family doesn't like your partner, whether you like your family or not, it means something, right? I feel like that's not right. Don Marie, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, tell me later. Let's talk. And someone asked a question earlier how these documents were released before trial. You have to wonder, right? That's maybe a question for Duty Ron. Duty Ron. Where is that Duty Ron? We can ask him for sure. Oh, that's what it was. It was Jojo. Thanks, Jojo. Is it weird that they are releasing this evidence before it goes to court? I don't think I need the evidence to know that he's a freaking nasty pig. How do you guys feel about that? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to like act out of my character here. If it's not Melly After Dark.
Now, during the 30 minutes that the three of you are in your bedroom, is Madeline engaging in any of her kind of nighttime routine or, getting ready for bed? What else is going on?
We spent a long time talking about gifts and having her show me and I can't remember if she had finished with all of her bedtime routine.
Okay. Did you brush your teeth at night?
In the shower.
In the shower. Okay. And that occurred before you got home?
Yeah.
And my understanding with her nighttime medication is that's something that you would like to make sure she had bedtime or so?
Something like that, yeah.
So were you present for that occurring, or did that occur after you got home?
That did not occur on my call. I believe I had instructed Maddie when she got home to go ahead and take them herself.
Okay. And is that something that she's allowed to do?
From time to time, yeah.
When you say that, is there, what my understanding was there was some hydroxyzine. Is there anything else she takes at night?
Just hydroxyzine.
And the Miralax is when?
Miralax is because I had been training at work that week and we had been going back and forth with my mom's a lot, the Miralax wasn't consistent.
Okay. All right. Now, Madeline, does she lay out her clothes for school the next day, or is that something she gets in the morning, makes a game time decision like my kid?
Typically, it is a game time decision morning of.
Okay. What about this specific evening? Do you remember anything about it?
Yes. This evening, we had, I had already discussed prior to Stefan coming to visit that he was going to help me take Maddie to school that day. Because I knew that was what was going to happen that night, I had asked Maddie, pick out your clothes, have everything ready, have your backpack ready, your water bottle, everything you need ready so that way you could just grab your stuff and head out. It won't be too much of a hassle in the morning. And so she did. She picked out her clothing. I asked her what she was wearing, and she told me what she had picked out. I said, okay, fine.
All right, so she picks it out, but does she physically take it out of somewhere wherever she stores her clothes and put it somewhere?
I'm not sure if she took that clothes upstairs.
All right, so as far, you didn't see them in your room, and did you have the opportunity to kind of see her cubby part of the living room to see if she had put them in on her bed or anything like that? Does Madeline have like a water bottle or a hydro flask or whatever the kids call it that she likes to sleep with and bring up or bring wherever she's sleeping?
Typically not. That stays downstairs in her backpack, and then she'll clean it in the morning and then fill it back up and leave it in her backpack. That typically stays in the backpack.
Okay. Favorite stuffed animal or stuffed animals? Anything that always goes with her wherever she's sleeping?
She does have a few stuffies and blankies. Did I see any that day?
Yeah, specifically, did you see if she brought any of that stuff upstairs with her?
No, I didn't see any of that stuff upstairs.
Now, a separate question. Generally, habitually, like your attorney was saying, there's a difference between specific memory. But generally, would she do that? Not saying that you saw it that night.
Generally, would she do what? Bring her?
Have stuffies and blankets and her favorite stuff.
Yes. She typically would.
So if Stefan says something like Maddie building her nest and getting settled in, would that, to you, mean like her stuff is part of this nest, or what do you think that would mean, if you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you recall getting that text from Stefan that night that Maddie had settled into her nest for the night? My understanding was that at some point you told them it was time to go to bed. Do you recall about what time that was?
Around 11 o'clock.
So that's consistent with getting home at 10:30, having this half-hour discussion and eating your pub sub? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. Do they comply with your wishes to go upstairs when you say that at about 11 o'clock?
Yes, they do.
Is there any further communication between either you and Madeline or you and Stefan about our kids time to go to bed, anything like that? Or was that the last you had heard from either one of them that night?
I think at some point, Stefan comes downstairs to use the restroom.
Okay, why does she talk like that? Can we talk about that for a second? Like, why does she talk like that and pause, and then she has to take a long time to think about things? Am I being mean? Am I being mean? Let me know. Am I being hecka mean? I just feel like, don't give me that voice. Like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Kino, it says, did you send your child to your boyfriend's bed with her stuffies? Right. Petrona says it's red flags. Michelle says, Melly, I'm trying to figure out the story. I see you, Michelle. It's a stall task. I'm just like, shut up and hurry up. Like, give your answer. What are you doing? Like,
And my understanding is that you had some sort of parental controls over Maddie's phone. Is that accurate?
I'm not sure if I parental controls exactly. I didn't have any limits or anything on the phone. So.
Well, like, for instance, if she wanted to install Game Pigeon, does that have to go through you?
Yeah. So any permission for any apps, she would have to ask me for.
All right, and does that ring a bell as to occurring that Sunday? Game Pigeon? All right, so that's the last time you hear from either one of them until the morning. My understanding is that Stefan comes down and is dealing with your dog. So is there any communication other than perhaps Stefan coming down to use the restroom? Is there any other communication that you have between Stefan and Maddie? You see them now. I've said communicate. Do you see them? Do you go up and check on them? Do you see Madeline or Stefan from the point you kick them out at 11 p.m. until you see Stefan at 8 in the morning? Is what you guess for the dog. Okay. Now, when you go to sleep, do you sleep through the night, or do you wake up and not consistent with sleep?
I sleep.
So there wouldn't be any points in time where you get up and you're taking steps or just checking on your phone because you can't go back to sleep? As far as you remember, when you go to sleep, you're out until the dog thing in the morning. Did you hear or see anything during those hours involving Stefan? All right. What's the first thing you remember when you wake up after having gone to sleep?
I wake up to Stefan trying to put the leash on the dog.
Now, is it the first time that you've ever woken up to Stefan trying to put a leash on your dog, or is that something that's occurred before in the past?
I want to say this is the first time. It's not normal for any of us to put the leash on the dog on the bed, because if he's on top of any like bed, couch, anything, he'll pee. He gets really nervous. You have to do it on the floor. So I found it really weird that he did that, but.
All right, so let me ask it a little more broadly. Is this the first time Stefan's ever come into your room while you're sleeping to take the dog out for you in the morning? Did you
What happened? I think it was more. I found it off, but I was more worried over the dog. I was like, please don't pee on the bed. I don't want to do. So I was more anxious.
So she's more worried about the dog than her daughter? Hello? Did I hear that right? Like, she's really worried about the dog more? Michelle says she's totally trying to remember what she said in the past. Absolutely. I'm sorry. This interview makes me angry. I haven't heard it. I saw Grizzly cover it earlier in a couple other channels, but like I hadn't really listened to it, and now I'm like trying to yell at the screen. Do you guys feel the same? Wow.
Just over that. He put the dog on the leash and told me to lay down and go back to sleep. And I said, okay.
So were you not laying down when he told you to go back and lay down?
No, when he put the leash on the dog, I shot off the bed because I was gonna help him. I was like, no, let me do it. And he's like, no, go back to sleep. I'm fine, I got this.
Okay.
I said, okay.
Now, do you go back to sleep, or do you check your phone or do anything?
I think I go back to sleep.
In this period of time that you have been awoken by Stefan, do you hear or see anybody else in your household?
I hear somebody in the kitchen. I'm not sure.
Could you identify size, depths? Could you identify gender by their voice? Anything like that?
All I heard was sounds of like cabinets shutting, like somebody in there shutting, like looking for something and shutting.
Okay.
Um,
Now, if your daughter had been awake, would she come in and say goodbye to you before school, or not? Just let you sleep?
I would have hoped she would come by and say goodbye. I can't remember if this is one of the first times that I actually took her to school, so I would have hoped she would have said goodbye.
All right. So do you fall back asleep?
I do.
And when do you wake up, and how do you wake up?
I wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning to my alarm. Yeah, I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning to my alarm. I get ready, I think at around 9:30, 9:45, I leave for my doctor's appointment.
Okay. So in this period of time from when you're waking up and getting ready, do you see anybody else in your home?
I know throughout the day I've seen my roommate in the kitchen cooking and doing her thing. But it was
Did you see your daughter this morning on the 26th? Did you have any texts or phone calls or any other type of communication through any possible app on your phone? Like, hey mom, love you at school, whatever. Any communications from Madeline? All right. How about from Stefan by the time that you wake up at 9? Any texts or communication from him? Maddie's dropped, I'm off to the game store, or whatever he's doing?
No. I didn't hear back from Stefan until 10, like 10:20ish, and he had told me he left his phone at home the whole morning by accident. I asked him how the morning went, how was Maddie? He let me know that this morning went great. We made great time. She got busy super quick. He was going to take her to McDonald's for breakfast, but she changed her mind. All she wanted to do was sleep in the car, so he let her sleep. He took her to school and dropped her off, or he said he dropped her off, and that was it.
And you had a 10:15 appointment for a blood draw?
Yes.
And did you go anywhere else prior to getting to your appointment for your blood draw? Did you go directly there?
I went directly there.
And after your blood draw, did you go directly back home?
Yes.
About what time did you get home?
Sometime between 11:15 and 11:30.
Did you have any other appointments or doctor's appointments later in the day?
I was supposed to have had one, but I canceled it
When did you cancel it?
that same day
Why did you cancel it?
because it was a $350 Botox appointment that I didn't want to spend money on.
When you get home from your blood draw appointment, is there anybody else at your home?
Yes, Stefan was home.
All right. And can you describe what he's wearing, what he's doing, his demeanor, what's going on?
I can't recall what he's wearing. It might be a red shirt with a graphic on it. He's sitting in my bedroom on my desk.
You getting there, he's in your room, or is that where you guys go to talk?
He was hanging out there in my room.
Okay.
My room is kind of like the general hangout spot.
Okay.
I walk into my room. He's sitting there on the computer chair. He's talking, acting normal, asking about the morning and how everything went. That he let me know the errands that he ran that morning or what he was up to.
And what did he say he was up to?
He said he had dropped Maddie off at school and then afterwards went to a vape shop so he could buy vaping things.
Okay.
But that the store wasn't open, so he waited a long time for them to open. They never did. So he drove around, killed time, and then eventually made it back to my house at like 10:20. When later on, when I got home and he was home, we started discussing, or he started telling me that he was going to go back out to run a few more errands in a little bit down 192. And he gave me the name of a few stores that he might stop at. I'm like, okay. I asked him if he wanted to meet me at my house by 2:30 so that we can go pick up Maddie from school together. And he said,
Okay, let's give a shout out to Guilty of Crime for being in here in my chat. Beautiful Jay. If you don't follow her, I mean, you probably already do follow her because who's not obsessed with her, but she's amazing. Check out her channel. She's good people, good heart, all of the above. And I saw someone's comment say, I can't stop thinking about what Maddie must have been through. And I always think like, you know, even for me as an adult, like trauma is hard. So just think about like a 7 to 13-year-old going through trauma like that. Like it blows my mind if you really want to talk about experiencing trauma and like how we handle it as adults. I feel like even me being a somewhat collected individual adult, I sometimes don't handle it well. So, and that's just me being honest. Joey says Jay is awesome. Jay's beautiful. She's a beautiful human being. She's so smart. I couldn't find a way to send her this today, but because it's like, I don't know, it's something to do with the way that I got it from Paula. But anyways, nonetheless, Jay's amazing. So like I said, good people.
He'll be back with you.
So was that the plan, to get her together, or was it ever discussed that he would get her alone?
The plan was for us to get her together.
Okay. All right. And so does he leave before you leave?
Actually, before this, while we were still discussing, while we were having the conversation in my room, he did mention at one point, while he was sitting there, that he had to reboot his phone, or that he had to update his phone. And what was it? 'Cause he had to update his phone, so I told him, stop avoiding it, do it. Like, it's updates take a while, like, do it. And while he was updating his phone, he said, I don't know what I did, but I just factory reset my phone. And I said, that's weird, I didn't know that you could do that. He said, yeah, a button popped up and I pressed it and it just reset my entire phone. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
So does he leave before you do to go do these errands he was telling you about?
Yes, he does.
Do you stay at home until it's time to go get Madeline?
Yes.
Do you hear anything from Stefan while he's out doing these errands?
No.
So 2:30 rolls around. Is Stefan back home yet?
No. At this point, I leave.
Do you try and call him or text him or communicate with him?
Yeah, I had been calling him like maybe starting 15 minutes before I was supposed to leave just to see where he was.
Did he answer?
No. I leave at 2:30. Around 10 minutes later, I get a phone call from him. And he said, I'm so sorry. I left my phone at home again on accident. I was driving down 192 and my tire exploded or shredded. And I had to pull over into one of the plazas and change my tire. He said he hurt his thumb doing that. Yeah, he was late and didn't make it back on time for that reason.
When you leave to go pick Madeline up at 2:30, do you take her phone with you?
I do.
And how is it that you come to get her phone to go with you?
At that point in the morning, I was organizing and putting things away, and I walked into her bedroom and I saw her phone on her dresser. And I just assumed, oh, she must have left it here while getting dressed and forgot it.
Was it on?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you bump or move phones, the notification screen comes up.
Mhm.
Did you happen to do that? And did you see if there's any incoming notifications that she had missed? All right. So you go to school, and due to time constraints, like an NFL football game, we're going to kind of jump ahead a little bit. My understanding is that you want to be first in line.
Mhm.
And you have to get there early to do that. I understand that.
Yeah.
She doesn't come out.
She does.
Did you call her phone?
I did.
Why did you do that?
Because I forgot I had it with me. I was like, where is she? Why isn't she out yet? So I start calling her phone, and then I start realizing I'm hearing vibrating. And then I look down, and I see her phone with me. I'm like, oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Who's buying that? Who's buying that? My daughter forgot her phone at home that day. But then, like, really? She's going to call it? Dude. For reals? I missed this part earlier. That's what I'm telling you, is like sometimes when I'm modding or just watching other people like Chai, sometimes I miss stuff, like little things, just because, you know, my brain. But I'm like, really? You missed that? You were calling yourself?
How am I going to get a hold of her? Because I'm the first in line. The cars behind me already have children. They're full. They're waiting for me to leave.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of jump ahead. Did Madeline ever complain to you about believing that Stefan had taken her Christmas money?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Christmas money went missing. And we were both, we have collected all of her envelopes with Christmas money and consolidated it into one. I'll put all her money into one.
Yep.
And then I said, I will put this somewhere safe. And I thought I had put it in my nightstand. A few days later comes around, whatever. We start looking for it or asking for it or something like that, and we can't find it. We can't find it at all.
Well, let me just narrow it down. Did she accuse Stefan of taking it?
I'm not sure if she did directly. We both had the suspicion, but we're like, no, could he have? No, I don't think so. But I eventually found that money.
Okay, I'll just get out of the mystery end. All right. So you just started this job at Disney Coronado Springs like a week or two earlier, is that right?
Yeah.
And your sister and other family members would help with Maddie getting to school because of your job?
Yeah, my mom, my sister, yes.
Okay. Why is it that now Stefan on February 26th is coming to any of your family members help and get Maddie to school?
I had asked for him to come and help me because I think I was working a lot of night shifts, really late shifts, and I just wanted the opportunity to see Maddie, like, because I wanted to spend more time with my daughter throughout the week while I was working, versus had she had stayed at my mom's, I wouldn't have seen her all week. So that was just me wanting to see her and spend time with her.
Did Madeline stay at your mom's house fairly frequently?
Every few weekends here and there, like just for the weekend kind of thing.
So like if she described it to her friends as like her second home and like kind of offer it's better jacuzzi and pool, does that sound like that's the place?
Yeah.
Where does Madeline sleep when she's over at your mom's?
She will sleep in bed with my mom.
Did she ever have sleepovers? Like have friends come over and sleep over?
Slumber parties, no.
Did she ever go and attend any? Is there any particular reason? I mean, she's a 12-year-old girl on the cusp of being 13.
Yeah, I've been very uncomfortable with sleepovers just because I know what can happen.
Hold on. She says she's uncomfortable with sleepovers because she knows what can happen. Hello, it's your freaking daughter. Oh my gosh. I need to like step away from it because I feel like I'm going to punch my monitor. How do you guys feel about that? Really? Like, is this real? Is this real? How is she not in jail? It's disgusting.
Anything can happen in a sleepover.
Well, then you can be the host house like we kind of were. You never hosted any sleepovers for her friends? Did she ask about it?
Yeah, she did ask.
Was it probably a source of contention or arguments?
It was, I guess what was the source of argument is her and she wanted to really sleep over her best friend's house. And I just kept saying, no, you never know what can happen. I don't know the dad, I don't know the brother, I don't know anybody there. Like, I don't know what can happen to you. So, just afraid of her getting assaulted.
I missed that earlier. Did you guys catch that earlier? Seriously, I can't right now. I can't. Do you guys hear that? She was afraid to let her sleep over at other friends' houses because she was assaulted. She was afraid that she would get assaulted. What? And your man is doing it. Please. Please.
I don't do her own laundry. Yeah. Cook for herself.
I was teaching her how to make a few things, so I mean, yeah, she could, I guess.
What's her normal routine for getting ready for bed?
We give her her meds.
Sorry, take your time.
I give her her medication.
Long shower, I understand.
Like an hour plus. Yeah.
Okay.
She loved it. She'd get out. She'd get dressed. She'd let her hair towel dry for a while, and then she would brush it. We would watch some TV. She'd probably have a snack.
What were kind of her nighttime uniforms? I mean, everybody kind of has their pajamas, but they're not necessarily pajamas. What was her routine nightwear?
She really liked wearing shorts. So she had a few pajama outfits, but she really liked wearing shorts and baggy t-shirts.
Okay. How about her routine getting ready for school in the morning? What's that about?
We'd wake up. The alarm would start ringing around 7:30. We'd snooze it up until 8 o'clock. Then she'd get up. She'd get dressed. And then she'd lay back down in bed while she would wait for me to make her breakfast.
So she's a breakfast eater? Okay.
She'd have breakfast. Then she would start, with brushing her hair, brushing her teeth, putting on makeup. And I would give her her ADHD medications for school.
Is that every day or just school day? You're heading out at 8:45. What do you think? 20 minutes to get to school?
Yeah.
The first bell's 9:38?
9:20,
Something like that?
9:20,
Okay.
yeah.
So on Monday the 26th, 7:30 seems like a really early time to depart to go to middle school, even if you're getting Mickey D's. What was the discussion about when Stefan and Madeline were going to leave on the 26th?
There was.
So you didn't know anything about these plans, or did you? Or
I knew that they were going to go to McDonald's, but not 7 o'clock in the morning. That wasn't. I had assumed like 8 o'clock. But even then, 8 o'clock is kind of early, like 8:30, because you could just go to McDonald's, be done by 9, and then drop her off at school. But McDonald's is right in the block away from the school. So
Madeline's not driving, so she can eat while she's riding.
yeah. So I
And
don't.
it takes about an hour to get ready in the morning?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
So if they were leaving at 7:30, you'd think she'd have to get up at 6:30 to get ready and go through her routine, right?
Yeah, it's extremely early.
And is that what Stefan told you after these events unfolded? Was that they left early, like 7:30? What did he ever tell you?
It was early. I can't remember the time. I think I dropped her off in front of her school sometime between 8:15 and 8:45.
You say I. What do you mean by that? Did you drop her off that?
No, I'm speaking, sorry. And
Okay.
I was Stefan was telling me. Stefan let me know that he dropped her off sometime between 8:15 and 8:45 on the road by the church close to her school.
Mhm.
And I remember asking him, why so early? That's too early. School doesn't start until 9:30. Why did you drop her off that early? Oh, I don't know. We just left the house and made good time. I wasn't paying attention to the clock.
Okay. Did Madeline ever have like effects from taking the hydroxyzine in the morning? Like she'll be kind of sluggish?
Yeah.
How often would that occur? Was that like every morning or not every morning?
Not every morning. If we happen to give her medication later than normal and routine, that would happen. But
And were there ever any instances where she had taken too much of the medicine? Perhaps you and Stefan had given her medicine, not knowing that the other person had?
Yes, that's happened
How
once.
many more? Just once or more?
I want to say once.
Okay. Were you taking medicinal marijuana in pill form at any point, or THC?
Yeah.
And what do those pills or tablets or capsules look like?
They're purple capsules.
Did you ever suspect or confront Stefan about giving those medications to Madeline?
No.
So during this incident where Madeline had been double dosed with hydroxyzine, do you recall any conversation you had with Stefan and inquiring as to whether or not he had accidentally given her any of your THC?
That had occurred to me. I had asked him the one morning Maddie wouldn't wake up and get ready for school, and she was just out of it.
Wait, hold on. There's so many red flags there. One, why is your boyfriend giving your daughter her medications? Two, you just said she's out of it in the morning. Why is she so out of it? Hello? Yes. Mac 911. I have to believe she will get locked up before this is over. That was my theory. Vinny actually had a live on this, and I actually said that. I said, could they be possibly just waiting to charge him, give him death penalty, see what he says, and he's willing to spill the beans on, and then maybe they'll charge her? Because essentially, like we talked about earlier, that immunity has specific protocols, and I feel like she could still be charged later. So I agree with this. This was always one of my theories, was that she would be charged later after he got sentenced.
I assumed it was medication related. But I'm like, did this one medication hit her too hard to give it to her late? I felt poisonful. I needed to see what would happen. At this point, I think I had got Stefan to admit that he gave her a dose of the sleeping meds as well, because he thought I had given it to her in the first place.
Okay.
But that was with hydroxyzine. I didn't know anything about THC, the marijuana.
I'm just asking you.
Oh.
I'm asking if you remember having that conversation. There was a conversation on your phone about you were relaying that Madeline said that she suspected that it was bigger pills. You relayed that to Stefan. And if you don't remember, it was fine. My next question is, you have two female roommates, and one of them has a child, a son, that is part-time over there. Yeah. And so my understanding is they're kind of, it's like I don't know what it's called, like a bed and breakfast. There's numbers on the doors upstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. To make it easier for the roommates, I just labeled each bedroom.
So they're in 2 and 3.
Yes.
All right. Now, bedroom number 4. At one point, you told the police that your sister was staying with you, and that's why the sleeping arrangements were as they were. Was your sister ever staying with you, or did I misunderstand what you said?
No, my sister wasn't staying with me.
So let me ask you this. At what point did Madeline's bedroom kind of become the living room? When did that start?
I think as soon as a few months into us moving back into that townhouse.
And when would that have been?
Sometime in 2022, but I'm not sure.
Okay. It's my understanding that it's December 2022 that you and Stefan kind of break up, but he still remains in the townhome. Why is that?
So even though you're broken up, I still consider him one of my best friends.
Wait, it's her best friend, so he could come over and abuse her daughter, right? Or am I wrong? Am I being petty? All right. Future, beautiful future. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. You know, I have a lot of love for you. So I appreciate you stopping by. Truly. Thank you, future.
I wanted to give him the opportunity to live there, and he had just he had gotten a job at Disney and was doing well,
Okay.
and I didn't want him to continue to lose that because he had been struggling for a long time to get a job or do anything because his own mental health issues.
Okay.
So I just wanted to give him a chance to like do something, be something. So
Did he pay rent?
yes,
How much rent did he pay?
$600 a month.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. No pussies. Like always. So in December of 2022, kind of when the breakup happens, prior to that, what were the sleeping arrangements in your home? Was he sleeping in your bedroom as a couple?
Yes.
Who's in bedroom number 4, if anybody?
I think that room remained empty for a while. For a little bit, there was another roommate there, but it remained empty for the most part.
And were your female roommates already there in 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Madeline have that bedroom 4?
I wanted her to have bedroom 4, but my dad really wanted rent. That whole unit that I live in is owned by my father.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you pay your father anything to live there, or does he just handle the collecting the rent from your rentees, lessees, whatever they are?
I pay him rent as well.
Okay. What do you pay for the rent?
My portion of the rent was $400 a month.
All right. And what do the 2 female roommates pay?
$850 and $650.
Prior to Madeline having her own bedroom set up in the living room, where was she sleeping in that townhome?
Okay, I still can't, sorry, pausing, can't get over the fact that she was sleeping in the living room. Hello? I know we've all talked about it before on other channels, but like, really? You're kidding me. Your own dad is renting this house out and you can't give your daughter her own room? My dad would be like, that's my granddaughter. Of course she can, you don't have to pay rent. Like, hello? I don't know. Is this weird? I feel like, am I the only one jumping out of my skin? I know we talked about this before, but it's like hearing her say it, I'm just disgusted. She's pig vomit number 2.
In my bed with me.
And this is during a time frame when you were together, Stefan. The 3 of you every night?
Well, when we had first moved in, it was just me and Maddie. So it was just me and her on the bed. Then I think we eventually got her own bedroom. Stefan moves in eventually, and then, yeah, at that point, it does become the 3 of us on the bed.
So Madeline's 12, and she has her own bedroom. And how often is she sleeping in her own bed alone?
She doesn't like the living room. It's too big, too quiet. She says it would be too dark and that there would be spiders. She would see spiders, so.
So you say hardly. Were there ever nights where she just slept alone in her bed? Or was it 100%? Because there's a difference between hardly ever and 100% to me.
If she ever slept on that bed, it was like once.
Okay. All right. So now you've broken up with Stefan in December of 2022, right? He's still paying rent, and he's there full-time in bedroom number 4. Is that where he goes after you break up?
No, he stayed in my room for a few months. We'd broken up, but we weren't sure how to discuss it with Maddie because it was the beginning or the middle of the school year, and I didn't want to affect her in any way. So we just played it off. Acted like everything was normal and fine for the first 6 months. And then eventually she caught on. And then once she did, we admitted to her that we were broken up. And then, yeah, at that point is when he moved up.
Jen, really, you think she cares about you breaking up with Pig Vomit when he's been abusing her? Like, really, you freaking clown. Like, I'm disgusted. Yes, Don. Stefan Stearns, you will get yours, pal. Absolutely. I do think karma works in mysterious ways. I do.
And once he moved up to bedroom 4, were there instances where Madeline would sleep alone upstairs with him?
I'm gonna say
I want you to think carefully before you answer, because obviously we've gone through your phone and we've seen all the conversations that you've had with Stefan. So it's clear that that's occurring. So I'm giving you the chance to answer the question.
yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how many times to talk.
Okay. Why are you allowing that to occur?
I saw Stefan as someone that I completely trusted with my life, my child's life. I thought he had cared for her as a father would. He had been in her life for more than half of it, playing the father role. I thought he cared for her the way I did.
Does there come a point in time in 2023 where you kind of had enough of roommate ex-boyfriend Stefan and asked him to get the rope?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say it was like October?
Maybe like the end of October, because then I gave him all of November and told him he had to be out by December 1st. But yeah, that sounds about right.
And then did you kind of ask him to leave a month earlier and it was a source of arguments?
Yes.
So now at this point in time when he's being asked to leave, have you had any conversation with Maddie that mommy isn't together with Stefan anymore and this is kind of the ways of the world? Do you have that conversation with her?
She had, by June, she figured it out already, so she knew we weren't together or anything like that. So by December, yes, she had already known he was leaving, and
Why is he coming back to visit after he's out?
we're still friendly with each other. Christmas is coming up, and we wanted to spend Christmas together. He comes up for a few days during Christmas, and then he does visit a few more times after that, but for the day. And it's to pick up packages. He keeps getting mail delivered to my house, packages. So he just comes up and picks them up.
And when he comes to visit after he's been kind of picked out, is he paying rent or how is this working, or is he just coming to visit?
He's just coming to visit.
Is your father making any arrangements to rent bedroom number 4? Because this is his income that he's losing.
Yeah, we had it. We had like an ad posted to see if we can get any renters. So we were trying to rent it out, but then we had to stop.
And what happens if you ended up renting room number 4? You don't even sleep in your bed?
I don't know. I hadn't even thought of it at that point.
At one point, you told investigators that Stefan was quote unquote stuck down there until they could afford for him to come back. Were there plans for him to come back?
We had discussed him coming back and living with me. We weren't sure if temporarily or like for me to help him out with the place for a little bit before he can find his own place and move out. Or we were also considering talking about living together as like a companionship. With my best friend who's helping me out with my child.
You guys meant that, huh? You were like, buckle up, Melly, because no, I'm about to catch a charge just to be in there with Stefan Stearns. Just kidding, no, but this is disgusting.
You told investigators that a lot of the reason your relationship fizzled off with Stefan was that your antidepressants. You had moved on to other people, had you not? Despite having moved on with other people, you were still having Stefan come up and visit, and there were plans to cohabitate. Maddie had the opportunity to go visit her biological father in the fall out in Texas. Is that yes? Yeah. Do you remember texting the biological father, hope nobody touches Maddie or tries it or films her under the bathroom? You remember sending that text?
No.
Wait, so she sent a text to her bio dad literally to what Maddie was experiencing in her own home. That's wild. Wild.
Keep on saying often versus all the time. Was it 100% of the time or not 100% of the time?
If she wasn't with my mom and she was with me, then yeah, she was sleeping with me.
And if she's at mom, she's 100% of the time sleeping with mom? Your mom?
With my mom, or she does have her own room, I guess. Like there's another spare room she could use, but for the most part, she prefers to sleep with my mom.
Now, my understanding is that you had some sort of period tracker that you kept track of Madeline's period with?
I had a calendar app that I would write what days she would get her period, yeah.
And obviously, Madeline doesn't have a job, so she's not going out and buying the products that she would need if she had her period, right? You would have to do that for her?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
So, do you remember her using any of those products at all in February? Because I assume you take the trash out, or does she take the trash out, or how does all this work?
I take the trash out. In February, no, I didn't notice her using any of her feminine hygiene products.
Did you have any conversations with her about that?
No, but I didn't notice until after everything.
Because it would have been due like at the beginning of February. This all happened at the end of February, so she's almost due again in March. So you never had any conversations with her about not having her period at the beginning of February?
No, she's had other periods that have been missed or like super late, so I just assumed this was going to be one of those situations again.
Okay.
But no, I didn't.
Did you ever discuss her periods or lack of periods with Stefan?
I don't think so.
It's my understanding that Maddie had to take Miralax. She had constipation issues?
Yeah.
Would it ever cause her discomfort, physical pain, bleeding?
Yes.
And how are you aware of that?
She would tell me. There have been moments. So we've gone to doctor's appointments. They've run a lot of tests on her, and they told me why her body is doing what it's doing. But she's shown me if there was blood, or if she's in the bathroom and she just can't go, like it's stuck. She's shown me that too. So.
Did she ever specifically seek treatment for tears or bleeding or anything due to her bowel movements?
I can't. Are you guys freaking out? I feel like we're all jumping out of our seat. Someone said Melly put a helmet on. Wait. This is a joke. How is she not in jail? I know. This is ridiculous. It can't be real. This can't be real. She was literally having tears and she was on Miralax. Like, why do you think? Like, she's such a dumb freaking potato.
No, I didn't think so. I don't think there was ever a
On February 26th, the whole purpose of on coming and taking Madeline to school was so that you could get some sleep. You had missed your medication Saturday night and so on and so forth. Is there any particular reason Stefan couldn't have driven your car to take Madeline to school and therefore not embarrass her? He could just drop her off normally?
Yeah, but because he's not on my car insurance, I was very nervous to let him drive my car.
You did let him drive your car after this occurred, though, right?
Yes, but he was very insistent because he wanted to go look for Maddie, and he had a spare on his car because he had a flat, so he couldn't drive his car. So he just really wanted to go out. So I just let him, but I wasn't comfortable with it.
During your previous interviews, and you did it once today, you kind of interchanged I, we, or Stefan dropping Madeline off at school. Did you see Madeline at all on February 26th, 2024, that Monday? Do you know anything about how she died? Did Stefan tell you anything about how she died? Did Stefan tell you about his plans to go back down to Northport in your car that Wednesday morning? Got any questions, Mark?
I'm going to jump through because I was making notes as we were going on. So how frequently did Stefan come up here after he moved back to Northport?
I'm going to say
How many times total do you think he came back here?
2 to 3 times.
Do you remember if those were around specific dates?
One was like the week of Christmas. I can't remember when the other one was.
Was Stefan in town the week or two prior to this last time he came?
Everything is becoming a blur.
Do you remember sending him a text message asking if he can babysit Maddie while you go have lunch with your friend?
This was a few weeks before. I remember going out a few weeks before.
You babysat?
I did go on my friend, but I don't think he was. I don't think he was here. I had to stay home alone for a few hours.
You mentioned Maddie caught on about you guys being broke up. How did that happen? What did she say? Or
I forgot. Me and Stefan were having a conversation, and she was like, "You guys broken up?" And we kind of looked at her. I'm like, "Why you asked?" She goes, "Because you guys are kind of acting like you're broken up. You guys haven't hugged and kissed in a long time."
how do you think she felt about that?
Fine. She didn't act sad or happy or anything. She was just like, whatever.
Now you mentioned to me before too that you found her phone on her dresser in like her little bedroom area. Does she have a specific spot where she plugs in her phone to charge? How does she charge her phone?
So on her side of my bed, she's got a long charger. She'll connect it there to charge. Don't know how she charged it that night though. Don't know if she took her charger and moved it to the room upstairs. Not sure.
How do you charge your phone?
I charge my phone with my charger next to me on my side of the bed.
Okay, is it one that you plug in or?
A magnetic one.
Okay. Now, when you go to bed at night, is there any kind of routine that you do with your phone? If you're texting, look on TikTok or whatever, and you go to bed, you just set your phone down and go to sleep, or what's that routine like?
I'll TikTok until I start dozing off, and then I'll put my phone on the charger, make sure my alarm's on, and then just lay down, close my eyes, and hope not to think of too much, just fall asleep.
Night, Sunday night, when spending this half hour time together, was all that you were doing was talking about gifts and counting her money, or were you guys doing anything else?
Just asking her for more details about the party and tell me like what I missed. She seemed like she had a really good time.
When you got home from work that day, where was everybody?
I think everyone was in hanging out there.
Okay, everybody meaning
Maddie and stuff.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Now it's obvious that you and Stefan communicate via text message and phone calls and stuff like that. What is Google Meet?
What is Google Meet? That is like Google's version of FaceTime. So just face chatting,
Okay.
video chatting.
Okay. When her birthday party was planned, was this planned before you got your job or after?
The birthday parties?
Mhm.
I think it was planned before. Because once I saw my schedule and I saw that it was during a training day, and I wasn't gonna call it. I considered rescheduling the party. My family was insistent to just keep it that day. I said,
All right, so Stefan moves out of his room, and I think you mentioned that your dad had plans on renting that room again to somebody else. Is that right?
Yeah.
How was that room set up? How was Stefan's room set up after he moved out?
Pretty much the same.
That's it.
Pretty much the same. The bed was in the same location. The
Okay.
TV, the dresser, the desk, and the mini fridge. Everything stayed in the same location.
Okay, was the bed and did it have comforter, blankets, and all that stuff on it, or?
When he moved out, everything was empty. There was a mattress protector cover on it. But I had clean sheets and clean blankets to put on, like they're available. So
Where were they available?
in the closet.
Okay.
I did.
Do you know if he made the bed?
I don't know. But I wanted to assume.
What did the blankets look like that would be used to make that bed?
It would be white cotton linen sheets with, they're white, but they're white stripes, different sheets of white. So white stripes going down it. That was a fitted cover, then a sheet, and then the pillowcases. And should have been like a warm blanket in the closet somewhere.
The same color, white or?
Maybe gray.
Okay, when you say there's pillowcases, how many pillows were on the bed? And you're either with Maddie or without Maddie or with Stefan. Is your door open, closed, lights on, lights off?
When I go to sleep. So I have a cat. I can't shut the door. I have to leave it cracked. So it stays cracked. With a little door stopper behind it, so it doesn't open all the way. Because my cat would just knock it out. Yeah, but we sleep with the door cracked.
Okay, lights on, lights off.
Lights off, with a YouTube video playing in the background, playing rain sounds.
Okay, would the screen be illuminated, or is it something where a screen, like a phone, where the screen goes black and it still plays?
It goes black, yeah. So.
Okay. Do you remember it happened that night if you were listening to those YouTube videos or?
I listen to it every night, so I probably
Does it shut off automatically?
around like 4 or 5 a.m. But then I'll notice and I'll press play again.
Is it fair to say that you're easily woken up or no? By sounds like that or? If you needed this kind of sleep previously when Stefan wasn't there, what would happen?
You mean if Stefan wasn't there and I needed this good night's sleep? Depends. If I had missed my meds the way I missed them at night and I was feeling just how I was feeling, I'm not sure if I would have had her sleep with me on the other side of the bed, or if I would have sent her upstairs to the guest room. But she sleeps like a monkey. She rolls. She'll start on one end of the bed and end up on top of me by the end of the night. And she's a gymnast, I guess. But
Have you ever sent her upstairs to sleep?
no, not for any of these reasons.
Have you ever sent her upstairs to sleep by herself?
Alone.
One more question. Does anybody use your phone other than you?
No, except for the day that we were sitting in front of my house and forensics was in the house. That was the only time I've ever let anyone use my phone, and that was Stefan. Stefan had my phone.
What about, do you wear an Apple Watch?
Yes.
Does it track any of your movements or anything like that that you know of? Do you sleep with your watch on?
No, I hardly ever put it on, honestly.
All right.
Do you have anything real quick, Daniel? Do you have anything that you think we should know about? Please. Good down there?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, it's 10:06 a.m. We will conclude the investigative interview with Ms. Soto. Thank you. I'm sorry.
All right. Can you guys still hear me? Are we still here? Are we all so mad? Okay, so I've watched this. You guys know I mod for a lot of channels. I've watched this on a few different channels, but it's always different watching it like in your own element, right? Like with your own perspective. There's things that I didn't hear earlier that I heard now, and I'm like, wait. I truly believe that Jen will be charged later. I think this whole immunity thing is just I don't know. I think maybe pig vomit. Stefan Stearns will maybe throw her under the bus or give some stuff up if he doesn't want the death penalty. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, I appreciate you guys for sticking by. We did the photos and then this. I wasn't sure, like, with my tech issues, and, you know, it's a Sunday night. We came in here getting personal, and so I didn't know if you guys were going to stick around because it was like an hour. So I appreciate you guys coming in here and doing that. Let me know what you think about this audio interview. Is it different when you hear it from like different creators, different people? I have nothing nice to say about Jen. So I think I'll just stay quiet for now because I don't want to get banned. And I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea of me because I'm not like a disrespectful person, but Jen Soto makes me want to be a very disrespectful person. So I'm just gonna she's Pig Vomit number 2. So Pig Vomit is a nickname that Stefan Stearns got from someone I mod for the Pascal show. So that's where I got that nickname from. Max says, I think he will too, Melly. I absolutely think he will be charged. I don't think this is the end of it. And I think they're releasing it for a reason. Why? Like there's always, I found this with a couple other cases where they release like big documents and audio calls before trial. So I definitely think there's some kind of motive there. And I don't mean that bad. I'm not here talking bad about law enforcement or anything. I just mean it's like interesting how they're dropping all of this right before all of this goes down, right? He's disgusting. I'm disgusted. She knew. She totally knew. She totally freaking knew. And this interview showed that even more than the other one that we thought, we saw everything. Hot mess. Yes, says heck yes, Melly. Okay. So we went through the photos. If you guys want those, let me know. My email's on my YouTube page. I will email them to you. I don't know if I can email this audio just because I got it from Plunder. So I do want to make sure I shout her out. I know Ernie dropped her link and some of the other mods, but Plunder True Crime made this video. She's a great friend. She's lovely. She's a beautiful human. I will link her. I support her. I don't mod for her, but she doesn't do lives very much. But she has amazing content and she's the sweetest person. She's one of the sweetest people I ever meet. So the fact that she and Docket, who I mod for, at the Docket, he got a lot of this information first. So show your love. Come in, say hi. If I'm modding there, come in and say hi. What's up? What's up? It's rough watching these things, right? But sexual abuse within children is more common than we think. And I know that sounds awful, but let's talk about it. It's realistic. I think it's like 1 in every 3 or 5 people is a victim of familial sexual abuse. So it's not something to be ashamed of. I welcome that conversation here. I like talking about topics like that, which is why I'm going to go into tonight. We're going to do a Melly After Dark. I know my last After Dark was on a couple nights ago, maybe Friday night. And it's just, we talk about life, good stuff, Melly stuff, you stuff, true crime stuff, modding stuff. It's just like a little hangout. We can all just talk about whatever we're feeling. And I like that stuff. I like that vibe on my channel. So we take in all this true crime, right, from different creators all day long. And so then at the end of the day, we're just stuck with, what we want to truly believe and who we want to truly believe. And it goes the same for YouTube, is like who you watch and where you get that information from. Just always stay true to yourself. And my true crime talks are a little more professional in a sense. So we're not going to get, down and dirty here. We're not going to do Melly After Dark on a Maddie Soto case. I have a lot of respect for Maddie. Like I said, I worked with children of abuse. So I'm heavy on that topic. So I hope that Maddie gets the justice that she deserves. And I have nothing nice to say about Jen Soto. If anything, I think she belongs in a prison or under it, as well as pig vomit. I think for that amount of time, 7 years, I might let it slide that you didn't know for some time. Some parents don't know, and that's okay. If you are a parent who has gone through that, and you don't have to speak about it if you don't want to, but sometimes if you catch it within a short amount of time, or like whatever, not 7 years, you can see signs, and sometimes, it's a lot to deal with. But I feel like 7 years is far too long. And the way she's talking about the Miralax and her going to the doctor, as someone who works in the healthcare field, I'm also curious about that. I'm wondering, like, did these doctors and stuff get immunity as well? I don't know. Question mark. Maybe they weren't even questioned, but I feel like that's interesting. Maybe Maddie didn't go in there complaining about symptoms of SA abuse, but I feel like they would definitely be physically visible. So I feel all kinds of ways about this. And Lily says, I love Melly After Dark. Yeah, I do Melly After Dark, and then I private them, and then I come back and I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna put it public because it was a good time. So we're gonna do a Melly After Dark. I live in California, so it's like 8:02 p.m. here right now. I plan to come back and do a Melly After Dark within like an hour. I don't know if you guys will still be around, please do so. Come in, check in, subscribe, hop on, get in the conversation. We have a good time here. Everyone here is fun. I know a lot of these people here personally, and I know a lot of these people about through other chats. Like I said, I mod for a lot of different channels on here, so I'm sure you've seen me around if you're watching my channel. But the 𝐸𝐿𝑖 After Dark is like different vibes. We talk about like personal stuff and just like how our week went, and usually I come in hot and heavy, like I do, but you know, I'm trying to be good. I'm gonna behave. I'll behave tonight. Bun Bun. Wait, did I see Bun Bun in here? Oh my gosh, Bun Bun. Hi. I'm missing Grizz Gracie. I know I thought I saw her in here earlier. Or is that just in my heart? Maybe it's just in my heart. But Bun Bun, I'm glad you made it. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. If you know, you know. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Really, truly. And like I said, in about an hour, let's do a 𝐸𝐿𝑖 After Dark. Come back here in an hour. I'll be here. We'll be talking, catching up. We can talk true crime still. Like I said, I love true crime, but I'm also down to get like a little personal. I like to get a little personal. I know you guys are like, okay, we're not gonna come back to 𝐸𝐿𝑖 After Dark because 𝐸𝐿i's travel. Treymax says, yeah, okay. So Hot Mess says 11:03 p.m. coast time, but I'm gonna try. I need this one, 𝐸𝐿iI. Do not be Hot Mess. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Hot Mess. If you tell me do not behave, I might just not behave, and I might have to put this on private and not let everyone else see it. Just whoever makes it here. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Like I said, Plunder True Crime. I got this content from her. Go into her comments. Freaking go show her love. Let her know 𝐸𝐿iI sent you. She knows who I am. And I appreciate everything she does. It's beautiful, was well done. I'm sorry, the video was beautifully well done. My PowerPoint was just pictures from hers, but she incorporated it into the video. So I always like to pick out the pictures that I think speak the most. So show Plunder some love. Show yourself some love, show everybody here some love, and come back here in like an hour. Let's do a 𝐸𝐿𝑖 After Dark. Let's have some fun, different vibes, different style. I'm gonna end this live just because it's Maddie Soto. You know, I love Maddie Soto. I hope she gets the justice she deserves, and let's all keep her in your thoughts. And let's remember, as we talk about these true crime cases, yeah, we have a good time. We talk about it. We cover these audio calls, and we're like a true crime community, but just remember that, like, you know, this actually really did happen to a younger girl, and it does happen in our everyday life and people that we might not know about. So, you know, sometimes it takes a long time to understand someone else's perspective, right? So I leave you with that. Always, whatever you hear and see and how you digest that, just keep in mind that we're all human. We all deserve love. Everyone has a right to speak on their experience, and I think that's what makes us special and different, right, and unique. So again, I welcome that on my channel. I appreciate you guys all for being here for this Maddie Soto stuff. Like I said, my email's linked if you want it. I'll find a way to get it to you. JC, if you go to my main page, like the main channel, it's listed under there. But basically my email is 𝐸𝐿iI_YouTube@gmail.com. So you can hit me up, we can talk, we can conversate. I'm welcome to have people on panel. I want to start doing that. I just kind of wanted to get like my vibes in with the YouTubes, but we're going to do a 𝐸𝐿iI After Dark. So come back here in an hour and we'll be talking, getting down and dirty. Just kidding. No, but really, let's have a good time. Let's end the weekend and start a new week. Let's get our feelings out. And I appreciate you guys all for being here. So shout out to my mods, by the way. Ernie, Dawn, Tipsy, ATS News isn't here tonight, but y'all are real ones. You already know. And so I'll see you guys in a little bit for a 𝐸𝐿iI After Dark. Let me know. Are you guys down in the comments real quick or no? Who's gonna be up? Joey. Joey, you're so busy. I mean, if you're not up for the 𝐸𝐿iI After Dark, that's fine, Joey. I appreciate you for being here so much. Follow Joey Booklin on YouTube. Let me see if I can get his link because I should have it. since I mod for him. But go follow him. He does amazing stuff, and he's a good friend of the fam. So there's Joey's link. Make sure you follow. And I'll see you there since I'm his mod. And if you guys are there for the Melly After Dark, cool. I'll see you there. If not, catch it on replay. Drop a comment. You know where to find me. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, and see you in a little bit.